Okay, I'm back. We're going to do some simple soldering here, and this goes out to my new connections out in the U.S. there, guys. If you're having a hard time soldering, there's a couple of things I'm just going to point out here with these flight controllers. Now, I need my solder. Where's my solder? Oh, there it is. Way up in there. Okay. You're always going to have trouble with the negative. Anything connected to the ground pad on here is going to require more heat, whether it's a small connection or a bigger connection. You will find that all the ground pads suck more heat. So, let's see here. I'm going to be working at a temperature of 400 degrees on my iron. Keep it nice and clean. Keep it nice and tinned. And I'm just going to apply some brand new solder to these pads right now. I'm going to start with the negative side. So I'm going to start with the positive side. You'll see how easy the positive side goes. It takes to the pad no problem. You see that? It's not going to be, I don't anticipate it to be as easy on the negative side, especially not on a nice quality hobby wing unit like this. And it just made a liar out of me. So, and that's, you know what? That's fine. That might just mean that my iron is hot enough to momentarily dab it on, because that's what you're looking for. You want your iron to fall into the solder on any point that you're on, like a hot knife into cold butter. And so that's pretty much what's happening here. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. Yeah, see, it's getting a bit tacky. I could probably bump this up an extra 25 degrees, but we'll work with it like that because it seems to be okay. Alright, so let's work with the negative first because it's more warm. Okay, let's get that wire on there. Yeah, see how it's sucking up all that heat? It does not make things easy. Flux might be a good idea right here, or adding some more solder, that's what we're going to do here. Alright. And I'll take that. I'll take that one for the win, that's okay. That's decent. Positive side's probably going to be a breeze. Yeah. No real problems there. That could use some more solder if you wanted to make it look nicer, but you know what? Because we're teaching people, let's just make it look nicer. I'm only testing this thing, but let's make it look nice. Okay. Grab a little bit of alcohol. When you're working with flux, after you're done, always clean it off, unless you're working with no clean flux, which has its disadvantages. So I tend to use a lead-free paste that I have to clean off afterwards. It sticks around longer, and I don't mind having it cleaned off. But you clean it off because if you don't, it will corrode the wire connection over time, and it gets goofy, and the vibrations eventually, they come apart. So that's looking pretty solid right there. Next thing I got to do is solder motors to that, so that I can plug in a battery and see if I can get the ESC tones. So let's do that.